Before I ever stepped into a classroom, I stepped into this market with nothing but a cow, a dream, and hope. This is the way to Mabera Market, the place that paid my school fees, the place that built me. Today, I'll return not as a cattle boy. I'm going back to Mabera, not just to film a video. I'm going to say thank you. I came to honor the soil that carried my dreams, with the only thing I give it now is my respect. This is for every young person trading cows today. I see you, I was you, and I promise your journey is valid. That cow became my fees, another cow became my exam fee, another one my clothing. So when I tell you this ground changed my life, I mean it with every bone in my body.
Hello my good people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Farm with Maxwell, that's my YouTube channel name. So today I've just visited one of the legendary market called Mabera Market, where I'm going to show you the overview and everything that is happening to this market. Remember, this is one of the biggest market in East Africa, Kenya, where we have a lot of animals here. So today I'll be showing you through those market and everything. Yeah, I'll be showing you through these animals and everything. Remember, I call myself the animal lover. So today I'm just going to show that love for animals. Yeah. So today I just go and take you through these animals so that we can really appreciate what is happening here. Remember, I call myself the animal lover with no animal. I don't keep any animal, but today I'll be so emotional because there are some things that are happening in this market. I was in this market long time ago when I used to come here all the way from Isibania, which is 9 kilometers from here. I used to come here to sell animals so that I can go to school. So today I'll be just going to do what is my first respect to this place, because actually it transformed my life from a shamba boy from a villager to school, because I used to come here before it had these perimeter walls here. Let me show you the perimeter walls that are here now. We had this perimeter wall here, the entire thing, you can see the way it is going around. So I used to come here, sell animal here so that I can go to school, my siblings can go to school. So I have to kneel down so that I can give my respect to this field, yeah, where you can see a lot of people just come here to sell their animals so that to make their ends meet. Yeah, it is just not by mistake. Yeah, they are doing that because this is an African way. We have to sell what we have so that we can go to school. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. Before I dive into this animal, I have one of my friends here that I've come with today, because usually my journey motorcycle, but today one of my good friends has just carried me all the way to here so that I can get my audience learned about this place, how this place transformed my life, yeah, by selling animal here all the way. I was walking on foot from all the way from Isibania to this place so that I can sell animal. Then I go to school. I was having a kinyasa, so that tells you that I was having a short. I was wearing that short, but today I've just come here dressed like a Maasai. You can see this is a Maasai sheet. I have it here. So let me introduce my friend so that I can talk to you and maybe other things. Yeah.
Hi, good people. My name is Juma Kenneth, and we are here to give our last respects, because here is where we used to have our income. So we used to sell animals in the past so that we can go to school, but now we are done with school. We are trying to do something else. I would like to say, you good people, continue to like this channel and subscribe and hit the notification button.
Yeah, as he has said, because actually every day I'm getting new subscribers. So make sure you just turn on the notification bar so that we can continue watching this video to the fullest, from beginning to the end. Share to other friends so that they can see. So I'll be diving deep. Before I start that, I can give my friend the camera so that I can do what we call my last respect. Yeah? My last respect. Yeah? So I'm just doing my last respect, yeah? Because somebody is complaining that I'm taking a video here, but so I can't say bad about anything. Yeah, sorry for that. Actually, there was somebody who was complaining about me taking a video here because she doesn't want to appear in the camera. So I had to at least change some things. So I had to consult her. So the best way I can take the video, because some people are just photophobia. Yeah? They don't like videos. So I'll proceeding just to give my respect to this ground for taking me to school. Yeah, I'll just give my friend the camera so that I can just do my respect to this ground. Yeah. Remember, I have to kiss this ground because for the much respect, transforming my life to whom I am today. Yeah? Let me just put the back camera, then I give my friend the video so that he can just proceed from there.
Eko fine. Yeah.
So I was just kissing the ground so that I can just give this land my respect, yeah, because this land transformed my life from a shamba boy from a villager. Then I was here all the way from Isibania coming here to sell some animals so that I can go to school, guys. Yeah. So I want to get some, this is just an emotional thing because I feel like I don't know what I can do to this good land, yeah. Because I don't even have say for that. You can just tell we have here some animals here. I don't know, these are called which breed of animals?
These are the Fulanis.
Fulani. Me, I was thinking that they are Ankole. Do you know any history about these animals?
Finally, the Ankole and the Fulani are there's a slight difference. But the Fulani are mostly comprised of the red one and the white ones. And the first person to keep the Fulani believed that he was banished from the clan. He used to belong to a certain clan, but he was banished.
Yes.
After being from that clan, that young man left the clan angry.
Yes.
Went and prayed to their god so that they could provide him with something that he could rely on for food and for farming.
Yes.
Because mostly the other clan they are comprised of farmers. So he went there, he kneeled down, prayed to their god. After praying to their god, the god told him to walk and never look back. After walking without looking back, one red cow appeared.
We can turn so that the animals can be on our background. Yes.
One red animal such as this appeared from his back. After appearing from his back, then the animal, as he continued walking, they came from the river following him. They followed him to a certain where also white animals started coming out of the water. White sheep, white goat, and red cows like this one. So he walked to a distance for a very long time, and then he got tired. He wanted to know what is happening at the back because he was only listening at footprints of the cows and the sheep. He never looked back because his God told him never look back. So as he was walking, he only had a lot of things moving, but he never knew what was moving. So he became curious. After becoming curious, he turned back and looked. After turning back, as we are turning back like this, then the animals stopped coming out from the river. So he kept those ones, and they became very many. But becoming very many, now he established a family. As we all know that when you establish a family, you have to give something to your child as long as you get old so that they could inherit it. So the child grew, kept animals as his father did, and after that they pass it to generation. So that's why we have this one right here in Mabera.
You have seen that called Farah?
These are the Fulani.
Oh, Fulani animals, yeah? I'm being told these are Fulani animals, so that we can really appreciate about what is happening here. Today is a market day, today is on a Sunday. Yeah, today is on a Sunday, so we are just live here from this market so that we can get our audience learned about something about these animals. So what we are going to do next, just an overview of all the activities that are happening to this market day today, so that we can really appreciate. So we'll be going through this market so that we can learn something from this market. Yeah? Remember guys, I just told you this market transformed my life. Now I'm a YouTuber. I was a shamba boy, but at least I have that gifted knowledge about animals. Now I'm a YouTuber, from Isibania village. So I'm going to show us how things happen here and live here, because I've just learned a lot of people don't like camera, so I won't go.
Yeah, we
anything,
come to from a society where they believe when you take a picture from someone, you might take it to Illuminati or something evil. They think everything that involves camera is evil.
Yeah. So I had to
understand.
talk to the lady so that at least we be on the same length. Yeah. Remember, I really don't like doing something bad to somebody, because I have to be understandable. So I had to understand her, get out the camera. Even the camera was not on her, but at least I had to go talk. No bad intention with her, so that we get to know. So we will start. I think we can just take an overview about the other side. Yeah, what is happening in the entire end there, because these are very big. It is a very big area. Yeah? A very big section of things happening here, and animal something. Yeah. So let me just take you about this. What is happening? So you can see a lot of animals here, a lot of people, market day, anything proceeding here. Just an overview of the entire thing. You can have a lot of business are proceeding here. You can see we have a lot of animals here.
Check the smallest African zebu.
Yeah, this is
smallest African.
Oh, East Africa zebu.
Yeah.
These are the East
small.
Africa, the small.
Yeah, they're called the smallest African zebu.
Small East Africa zebu.
Yeah, this one with short horns.
Short horns, yeah. Okay.
The smallest African zebu. They're meant to be muscular, but this one are misfed. They're not being well taken care of.
Okay, so these ones are not well taken care of, eh?
Yeah.
But these ones, I'm more courageous about these ones. These things, look at the horns. What is the work of these horns? Somebody was telling me these horns help them to tolerate the hardy environment, like the hot climate. I don't know if it is true about that.
This is true because it has some nerves that help you to release that excessive. That's why you see the ones are mostly white. So
okay, they're white.
Light, yeah.
It reflects light.
And the nerves.
Yes, it has the nerves on the horns.
Nerves.
Yes.
To release the temperature from
temperature.
the body.
Yes.
Outside, because this body alone absorbs a lot of heat.
Okay.
So when it absorbs a lot of heat, the thermal nerves from the horns help it to release it.
So the thermal nerves from the horn helps to release that, the
temperature.
Temperatures. Wow, I never knew this. Now I'm learning something good here. Yeah. So that's why they thrive well in hot climates, the entire thing. Yeah. But nowadays people are doing something like crossbreeding. Yeah. Between, because somebody was from the history you told me, somebody else told me that people used to breed these animals. You see, these are the zebu, then with these the fulani, so that they can get something like we call them ankole. We have some ankole breeds.
Yes, mostly improve the quality of the smallest Africa.
Hence
they'll start becoming bigger. Let me show you one that is crossbred.
Which one?
That one with the white area on the neck.
Yeah, that one with white. Let me just bring the camera nearer. Yeah, we can see the white one. Yeah,
that one with licking his thighs.
Yes, I'm seeing that one which is licking its thigh. So that is a crossbreed between the zebu.
Because the fulani is supposed to have white patches. If it's white, it's supposed to be fully white. Yeah. You can also check the black one over there.
Yes.
It's also crossbred. You can see it as there's a Borana, a crossbreed of Borana and the Fulani. You can check the bigger head. The Fulani are not supposed to have bigger head, they have smaller head. So you can check that one and that one. Their heads are quite bigger.
They are quite bigger.
The black one behind there.
Yes. They are quite bigger. So I'm just going to give a territorial from where I'm standing, because people are afraid of camera, but I'll just give a territorial because this camera can be zoomed to some of the good pictures. You can see what is happening. People are very busy selling animals here. We have a lot of animals here. Remember I told you this is the largest East Africa market for animals. You can see how this place is beautiful with a lot of we can see a lot of animals here, which is appreciable, guys. Look at these pretty animals here. These are the zebus. We have different, actually these are indigenous.
These ones are very indigenous. Our ancestors kept them. So our ancestors kept the smallest African zebu because
these ones.
They could walk for
these ones.
They could walk for longer distance. They are highly disease resistant.
Yes.
And they only require minimum feeds to become healthy. But this one are mostly miskept.
These ones are mostly miskept.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not well kept. So I think the owners did a bad job, or they came from a longer journey, so
Yeah,
they have
because
stopped for a longer.
you can see a lot of these animals are exhausted. Yeah, you see, especially down. Okay, sorry for that. Yeah, they are being shipped from Tanzania in trailers, so you can see they are exhausted here. They are very big but exhausted. Yeah, you can see them lying down here. Yeah, they are very exhausted. Even for these ones have been walked a long distance to here. What can you say? Do you used to maybe sell animals here so that you can go to school?
Yeah,
Was that thing happening to you?
Yeah, I did that.
You did sell animals like
I
me?
did sell animals here. Yeah.
Okay.
We sold
Just tell us
animals.
something about you selling animals so that you can go to school.
I used to sell animals to an extent where I became everybody knew me here.
Yes.
So we used to buy. I used to buy sometimes.
Yes.
If I used to have only 5 cows. So
Yes.
I sold 4. So
Yeah.
for me to go to school and my other siblings to go
Yes.
to school too.
Yes.
So after selling 4,
Yes.
we remained with 1. So I couldn't sell that one because we used to milk it. So milking it
Yes.
could give us some little income at the end of the day. So I took the money that we sold 3,
Yes.
took to school and remained with 1. So I used
One.
to buy smaller. I
Yes.
keep for a shorter distance. I sell it and then go back to school.
So
Yeah.
in short, maybe you are selling the bigger livestock. Then after selling maybe like one of these giant one, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you have to do what we call replacement stock.
Yeah, you replace
have
the
to
stock,
replace, yeah. You sell the bigger ones at a good costing because you know something like, let's say in Kenya, yeah.
Yeah.
You sell animals maybe when you want to go to school.
Yeah.
Once the school is over, at least you can buy some smaller ones so that you can raise them, planning for the future. Because let's say you can sell an animal at around 50,000, you buy an animal of around 5,000. So before another term approaches, yeah, it will have at least you will have raised to maybe a good maturity stage, yeah?
Yeah.
Then at least with that raising them, you can get a good you can get good fortune from that. You sell them back to the market, then you bring a new flock. So it is just like a business, yeah.
I was
business.
not buying smaller ones. I used to buy very thin. So I
thin
do
ones.
something called bull fattening.
Oh, bull fattening.
Fattening is very profitable.
Yes.
I used to do that. You buy, let's find a thinner one like that one. Yeah, you see that one.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
the brown one
Yeah.
there. It is very
that brown
thin.
one, I could buy it at around 30,000.
Yes.
After buying at around 30,000, I do what we call bull fattening.
Fattening.
You feed it properly.
Yes.
After feeding it properly,
Yes.
I could sell it with a profit of around 30,000 again because the bull is very big and healthy.
Some people don't understand maybe about bull fattening. What is this bull fattening?
Bull fattening is like an economic activity where you buy thinner animals.
Yes.
After buying the thinner animals,
Yes.
you feed them properly, you take care of them, you treat them well,
Yes.
you give them everything they needed,
Yes.
so, mineral water, so that they become healthy. When
healthy.
they become healthy, when you feed it properly, you know the body will become bigger.
Yeah,
and it
so
will
that
become
means
fat.
in short, it's just giving out nutritional feeds
Yeah,
to these animals so that they can do what we call meat conversion rate to feed conversion rate to meat.
Yeah.
So that they can add weight very quickly. Then
Yeah.
you go sell them. Yeah.
I could
Wow,
sell them very
that's,
profitable, yeah.
Yeah, there is a time I was in western part of Kenya where I saw something like bullfighting. Yeah, but here we don't have bullfighting. You know,
Yeah,
I
you
used to
don't
enjoy.
have-
Even at times, I usually say that that culture is something like a cruelty to these animals, but it is very much enjoyable. What bullfighting in Western Kenya?
Bullfighting is very enjoyable to watch,
Yes.
and that is not like mostly. It was not majorly meant for economic activity.
Yes.
It
Just
was
a
meant
cultural.
for a cultural activity,
Yes,
cultural
exactly.
purposes.
Yes.
If you offend my father and
Yeah.
your father offended my father,
Yeah.
they couldn't fight physically, but
Yeah.
they could take their cows. So the cows will fight on their behalf. The winner will get a prize. So
Yeah.
the winner respects the other.
So the winner
Fighting
respects the other. Instead
Yeah.
of that physical fighting that you just have something like ngumi this way,
No,
you
no.
fight. So they were going to use now the animals
They
in
could
fighting.
use the animals so they know who keeps his animal well. The one that keeps his animal well,
Yes.
the animal will fight and win. So that's the true man now.
So that it was the real man in
The
that
real man
society.
and the true one. Yeah, they could say the true and the real man now.
Much encouraging, yeah.
Yeah.
That's much encouraging.
So
yeah.
in the past, our ancestors didn't prefer if you come from the same community as fighting. So they try to find different ways. in Western they use the bull, and in Luo I think they use something they call the amen, where they could only.
What is amen?
Amen is like those people who like you wronged me, I wronged you, so we couldn't fight with the punches. You only the first person to put the other one down. That's the winner, yeah.
The winner by then, yeah?
Yeah, that's what the winner by then.
Yes.
But now let me tell you, this kind of generation that we are now.
Yeah, people
you only offend him a little bit, the person
just
removes
fight,
some knife.
physical fight nowadays, huh?
Yeah, the physical fight is not that big.
So in short, you support the traditional norms, what was happening in traditional about culture, because when I see something like animal like this, you know, I now think about the traditional culture, the traditional norms that we used to maybe practice, we used to adapt from our ancestral home. Yeah, like this one, something like when you have this, let's say you have this herd of animal, it was something like a prestige,
In the past,
a measure of wealth, yeah?
That was a measure of wealth. They could buy any kind of currency because we could see coins in East Africa were very rare.
Yeah, so getting money was very rare.
Getting money was very rare. This was a social. If you had such a herd like this one, you are considered to be in the high social class.
So you are just in this high social class.
Yeah.
When you have a stock like this one.
A stock of this, you are like the richest. In fact, you couldn't find everybody with such a herd.
Yeah,
you
it is
could
very
only
hard
find
to get
chiefs
somebody,
and DCs that had such a herd. So nobody could. It wasn't that easy because keeping an animal that in the past you could graze anywhere.
Yes.
But for you to graze anywhere, you must be either a pastoralist, or that's the only thing you're doing in life.
Yeah, because you know, the more we stay in this world, that means we are multiplying. So these lands, the bigger lands that were in Africa, nowadays that we get these lands that now we have already subdivided to our children. So that means that's why people nowadays are just doing what we call zero grazing. Yeah, you confine your animal into a unit, then you start raising them from that unit, guys. Yeah,
exactly.
That is what we call about zero grazing, because a long time ago we used to be having all these places, this surrounding, all of it was somehow like it was like a shamba. You see now, it was like a shamba. You can see I'm just trying to put a camera actually near me because some people are just passing here nearby, but I don't want to catch them. Really do camera on them, yeah.
In the past, they used to exchange things here. They used to do barter trade.
Oh, barter trade was being. So you come with your animal, I give you my mbuzi.
Yeah, you come with you know, we are in this place.
Yes.
We are closer to the Luo.
Yes.
We are closer to the Maasai.
Yeah.
We are closer to the
so
Kisii.
In this side, this side we have the Maasai, yeah. In this side we have the Maasai.
Yeah.
In this further region here we have the Luos. Yeah. Here where I'm pointing to. Then here my back we have the Kisii. Yeah. We have the Kisii here behind, yeah. So that means different tribes had their different cultural. There is something that we used to do that is called the barter trade, yeah? Where maybe you come with your fish, we give you maybe an animal, another person comes with maybe matoke. The Kisis are known for this food stuff. The food stuff.
Very healthy bananas.
You come with your food stuff, like the matoke, like the mbogas, those are the vegetable. So that the maize we give you.
And they kept dairy cattle, so they will also come.
Oh, dairy cattle. Yeah. So that means Kisii was ahead by then.
Yeah, they used to sell what do we call it? The geese. Geese or what?
Geese from
milk something
product. Oh, the cream.
They used to convert it to oil, so they used to. After one day I'll tell you about that. But for now they used to come with. It's geese. I think it's geese.
Yeah, guys, my hand is getting tired. Yeah, I don't have a good camera. My hand is getting tired. Yeah, you know, raising your. Where can I buy a camera then? I don't have money. Oh, God will bless us. Okay. So I believe that spirit in you. God will bless us one day so that we'll be having a camera, so that we'll be taking good cameras on this kind of maybe livestock like this. One day God will bless us, yeah, and I believe that.
And one day we'll also visit a very big farm called Loyani. Oyani Masai.
Oh, we have a
no,
farm
not a
here.
farm, not a farm. A market,
Oh.
a very big market.
A very big market for
Yeah.
Oyani.
Oyani Masai.
Near Masai.
Yeah.
So I like Masai. I believe one day I'll be visiting the Masai, but Masai they don't have this animal here. Have this animal here. I like these
you are
animals.
going in the market. You are not
in
going
the market. So I'll get these
You will
animals.
find these ones. They are very
These ones
many.
will be there.
Yeah.
Guy, okay.
They will be there.
I'll much appreciate when I see that animal breed of that. Feels good, very good to me, because when I have animals near me, I feel they're just entering my heart. I feel very good, proud of animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can check this like this. If you buy this one for now,
Yes.
this white one.
Which one?
This is the smallest African bell.
Yeah,
right here. You
this
see how
small
thin
one
it
here.
is? Yeah.
Yes.
When you buy it now, you inject it with the multivitamin.
So vitamins injection.
You give it a lot of feeds, and the cow becomes healthy.
Yes.
And then you sell it for a profit of about 15,000. That's what we call a bull fattening.
Oh, that is bull fattening now, yeah? You just add the value of that bull for maybe some small amount.
I buy it at around, this one I can buy it around 30,000.
30,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feed it properly.
You feed it properly?
Give it medicine.
Yes.
I spray it because it says, as you can see, it has a lot of ectoparasite.
Yeah, it has a lot of ectoparasite. Yeah. Can you let me just tell people what is ectoparasite? Yeah. The ectoparasites are parasites that live outside the animal body, like the ticks, the mites. Yeah. You can see how these skin are very rough. These are very rough skin coating. Yeah. Yes.
And as you can see, it's also spoiling the skin. As you can
Yes.
see, the skin is starting to have something like lumps.
Yeah, it has lumps. So okay, yeah, that reminded me, there was an animal here had a very big lump, yeah, on the face. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, let me show you guys that lump that I'm talking about. Yeah, you can see this animal here. It has a very big lump, almost in the lymph node of the ears. That is almost at the lymph node. Very big lump. Yeah. Wow. So. Yes, so we were talking about ectoparasites. So these people should be doing maybe spraying these animals or using dips to spray these animals so that they can control these ectoparasites.
But now, in the current economy,
Don't
we don't
have
have dips. Cattle dips.
Oh, cattle dips,
mostly taken away. So
because
you buy yours, you spray your own animals.
Oh, you spray your animal. No, now it is not like now community the way we used to do something
the
like
communal cattle dip was abolished.
Oh, it was abolished.
Yeah,
In
because
Kenya?
in Kenya, no, not in Kenya.
Yes.
But in this area.
Why
they
was it abolished?
Because not most people are cooperating with the rules.
Oh, because you have to pay a certain amount of money so that you'll be taking your, in here in the village, people don't have money, something like this. At least something like government or some NGO should be supporting something like that. They maybe give the community, they buy the community some acaricide, so that their work will be maybe just dipping these animals to that acaricide, and everything proceeds very well. Yeah?
Like with our neighbors from the far end, where we come from, Hispania,
the Tanzanians.
Those Tanzanians, they don't buy acaricide. The government buys for them.
So the government comes in, buys acaricide because
they deworm the cows for free. They don't pay anything.
I was thinking about something different, because you see, like imagine the whole community taking their animals, to maybe a specific point where they can do maybe something like dipping.
Yeah,
I think it
that's
is
what
not
is
good,
happening
because
in
I
Tanzania.
was trying to put my mind into such a thing. I came to realize that when you have a contagious disease that maybe was in that farm, you get that contagious disease can really affect these animals.
Such as this one.
Yeah, you can see we have, what is this?
And it's caused by an infestation of ticks.
This one,
Yeah.
Okay, there is a lot of possibility. That is one of the possibility about high infestation of ticks. Another thing can be fungal infection. Another thing we call photosynthesization, where the reaction from the sun, where this animal actually chews something like we call, lantana camara.
Yeah, lantana camara.
Yeah, when an animal eats lantana camara, so there is that reaction, Even it can be an allergic reaction about this animal. You see the back of this animal, the way it is, So you get that internal, now it is now manifesting the way it is now manifesting,
Good dairy cattle, but with high infestation of tick, it post this one.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I said high infestation of ticks. Okay. So as you say, the acaricide, when the acaricide is put in the cattle dip,
Yes.
even if the cow had a contagious disease such as, let's say what, anthrax or
Now, which disease?
Anthrax.
Anaplasmosis.
anthrax,
ECF.
I think ECF is contagious.
Or contagious. You are talking about
anthrax or what?
anthrax is it is a contagious,
Yeah.
and it is still a zoonotic disease. Yeah, this
Yeah.
zoonotic are those diseases that transmit from animal to human. Yeah,
Yeah.
anthrax
Even
is one
I
of
heard
the
that
zoonotic
even if you
diseases.
feed on meat that from a cow
Yes.
that had anthrax, you also die.
Yeah,
Or it
yeah.
affects-
If you eat an animal that that is a viral infection. Yeah. Once you feed an meat that contains the causative agent for anthrax, we call it anthracis. Anthracis.
That's what I was
Anthracis.
planning to say, but
Actually, it comes from a strain called anthracis. Anthracis, something of sort. Yeah. So you get that when you consume an infected meat with something like anthrax, a lot of whoever who handle it. Remember, it is not only consuming; it is also handling this meat from this animal. Once you handle this meat, you are in trouble.
But I also prefer the current place that we are staying with being these cattle dips being abolished.
Yes.
Such diseases, because those cattle dips will be open in a specific day.
Yes.
And everybody could bring his animals.
Bring animals. I
So
think
when
that
they
was
brought the animals, I think some animals could come out. They go there without being sick. They come back with the sickness.
It is true. It is
Yeah,
true.
so I prefer what our chiefs and the local authorities did here.
Yeah,
They abolished that one.
Yeah, you
So,
abolish that one.
yeah.
Then now at least you can help the farmers get something.
So
like
I think the government, the money that they use to buy a carrying salt for the cattle dips, they could subsidize.
you can help me catch this camera because my hand
They
is
could
shaking and tired.
subsidize, huh?
Yes, just handle it well so that we can appear in this camera.
They could subsidize, huh?
Yes.
After subsidizing the acaricides, now the farmers could still do what they used to do. It's just be a little bit cheaper than
You
what
can
they are
just
going
put
to.
a back camera so that as we talk, because
Yeah.
I'm just making.
I think what the government could do,
Yes.
they could subsidize the acaricide.
Yes.
They could put some subsidies, yeah?
Yes.
After subsidizing it, the acaricide would become a little bit cheaper,
Yes.
helping the farmer to buy it easily.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
we
what
have now
should happen.
subsidized maybe there is a caricide, so
Yeah.
a lot of people can get caricide because through we call it
Subsidizing
Oh,
or
sub-
subsidy.
oh,
Subsidy
sub-
is what they
putting
give,
something
and
like
then
a
after
subsidy.
the action happens, the
Yes.
others wrote.
now they are now reducing the cost. Yeah,
Subsidizing,
it has
yeah.
been reduced the cost
Because the government has paid partially.
about that, which is good. Do you think that is a good? Government is trying to help.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's the best thing the government has
Yeah,
tried
because
so far.
you cannot
Helping the
go to the
farmers.
market, then you try to say you say that this thing is free. People will be scrambling for that.
Yeah, the
and they will be
free things-
making bad use of those.
Yeah, they
But
could-
when you
they could-
subsidize something in the market,
At
so
least
that
somebody
means-
removes something from the
Yes,
pocket,
from the
so
pocket,
he knows you should not do this. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you try buying something with your own money, you
Yeah.
will use that something very well, very wisely,
well, very
as
well.
compared when somebody gives you maybe something at a throwaway price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see some ropes. We have some ropes being sold somewhere here. Let me just zoom here so that we can see how these ropes. Yeah, you see these ropes here.
Yeah.
You can see some people buying ropes here. You can see like this lady over here has lifted rope depending on the size. These ones are made from sisal, which this lady is just catching. It is made of sisal.
Yeah.
Then we have the nylon ones, the colored ones. You can see gray, orange, blue. Yeah, you know the colors. We men, we believe that we don't even know color. A lot of people say that men we
that's
don't
a
know color.
misconception. We are not all colorblind.
It is now a misconception. Yeah, we are not
that's a
colorblind.
misconception. We are not all
So
colorblind.
yeah, we can see now these are the manilas that we can see here. Somebody is holding with beautiful colors. Yeah, you can see we have lots of ropes here. What is the use of these ropes? Because you see that when somebody buys these ropes here, they go maybe tie an animal with it. Yeah, for
They use
restraining.
for
Yeah,
restraining. But
restraining.
mostly
Yes.
people buy the ropes.
Yes.
This is a market.
Yes.
Some people buy the animal to go and keep, not to go and sell.
Yes.
So they buy the ropes because they will use it for tethering.
Oh, tethering, yeah?
Tethering.
So they will go maybe put this rope somewhere, say, then at least it can control movement, because those days, yeah, we used to maybe put something like a stick down, then we tie the rope there so that it can be tethered, yeah? Just doing what it can now graze. It has a circumference, yes, a restricted area where it is just grazing round near the rope, yeah? Then the next day you take it somewhere else, then you tie it there, then it just goes around. It was very enjoying, yeah?
That was very enjoying. But
You know one thing about me, yeah?
yeah.
I have passion for these animals.
I also have passion for these animals.
Now the problem is I don't even have land where I can graze, because today I'm in Mabera Market, yeah? Today I'm in Mabera Market. We can have a look at this goat this goat when we are now talking. So, like now we are in Mabera. This thing motivates me on how to keep animals, but now the problem is now about finance, yeah?
Finance.
Having venturing this animal keeping will require a lot of money, because I have to acquire land. Apart from getting a land, I have maybe to acquire some 1, 2 things, yeah. Somebody, this work I won't do it alone. Yes, I don't.
Not an island. No man is an island.
Yes, this is a good investment that somebody can focus in, yeah.
You can check this cow is very good quality.
Yeah, these cows are very good quality. These are
not fully grown, but you can see
this one is not fully grown. The weight is this big.
Yeah, it's not fully grown.
How do you differentiate that this animal is fully grown and this one is not fully grown? How do you differentiate?
Fully grown are very muscular and heavily built. You can check. Let's find the one. You can check that one.
Which one?
You can also check the horns.
The horns, yeah, they are now turning color. They grow and they become very rigid. Yes. Yeah, this one is still soft. This horn is still soft here. This one is the one it is sleeping here, very tired. Yeah, these animals are exhausted. Yeah. Which part of Tanzania?
I'm from Tanzania.
Tanzania, deep inside Tanzania, because here near the border we don't have these animals.
From the southern part of Tanzania.
Southern part of Tanzania, because me I usually believe these animals. There are some like Uganda, they have these animals. DRC, Congo, they have these animals.
They don't have the Fulani.
They don't.
Are quite rare.
Oh, Fulani are quite rare.
Yeah, they're quite rare. You can't find it everywhere. You only find the Borana that somebody kept it well. You think it's a Fulani.
Okay.
If you keep a Borana well, somebody can come to your farm and say that you have a very good Fulani.
Yes.
These ones are quite expensive.
Yeah, these ones are quite expensive.
Yeah? You can find these ones at around 160.
Yeah, we were talking about some people get these animals so that they can go keep at the homestead.
Yeah,
do you think in this marketplace, can you get a nice animal to go keep apart from the fattening? Yeah.
Yeah. You can keep this one for breeding. You can buy this one, you go improve the quality of your smallest African. No, some people have small ones.
Yes.
So the Fulani also is it can give good milk.
Yes, good milk.
Yeah, good milk.
But a cup of
milk content.
Yeah, it is very high. Okay.
And it will not give you a cup. It will give you like 2 jugs.
Yeah. What if I take these Fulani breed of animal, then I go and interbreed with maybe an exotic breed like Frisian?
No.
Yeah. Do you think it will bring something substantiatable? English is very hard.
When you breed this one with a Frisian,
yes,
you will turn it to a milk breed.
Yeah, milk breed. Yeah.
This one is a meat.
Oh, this one is a meat.
Yeah.
We have animals like have you ever had an animal called Flagview? This is a dual purpose breed of with a white head, then very blocky in shape.
I know those.
Yeah, so when somebody tends to interbreed between these, and maybe say exotic, I think you can just get something improved in terms of hardiness, adaptability, milk production. Yeah, those 3.
I think the next time we'll come with you here.
Yes.
I'll buy one Fulani. We have some Aberdeen Angus in
Aberdeen Angus. Okay.
So I'll buy one. I'll go in the
crossbreed with one.
And I'll show you the product.
Will you buy? I've never seen this animal that is young. Yeah, I only see these big ones.
They buy bigger ones to sell.
So to market, at least when you buy a bigger herd, a bigger size, it gives you a good fortune, because you see, like this animal, it has been shipped all the way from Tanzania. So this is a business. This is not a joke, because once, let's say you are bringing calves here, you won't get money. You will be wasting energy, exhausted, a lot of, traveling is a lot of problem.
Very expensive and quite risky because some animals could start. You see, they are very big guns.
Yeah, they're very big. I was told that these animals that don't suffer from tick-borne diseases like the ECF and plasmosis, they are resistant. Yeah, that is one of the.
No ticks.
Yes, it has no ticks. Yeah, we can now see some markings. Yeah, this is just for identification. Yeah, no ticks. So they are resistant. So when I crossbreed between this one and maybe exotic breed, I think I'll be getting something good.
Something good and something easy to maintain because you're now escaping from what we call tick infestation.
Yeah, tick infestation in my farm. So I'll not be having those challenges of ECF, those challenges of what.
Yeah, and if you buy this one for let's say around 160 Gs.
Yes.
You can do what I told you, bull fattening.
Yes.
And I can sell it around 250 or
so I can take this one at around 150, then go do fattening. I bring it back here, the same market.
The same market you bought it, and then you sell it around.
Guys, and I think that is what is happening. You can see we have some local people buying these animals, then go do what we call bull fattening. You see, the animals that have marks on their back. Let me show you the mark that I'm talking about. Those blue marks, you can see some marks here. Let me just bring one animal here. Those blue marks you can see on their back. Those animals have been bought, and they are being bought
from another person. You can check they don't have any marks.
Yeah.
These ones have marks because that means they're traveling in the same lorry.
Yes.
They're traveling in the same lorry, so the Fulanis were maybe they were mixed up. That's why they had patches, the blue patches, meaning to differentiate.
To differentiate.
You can check even some Fulanis have that blue patches.
Yes.
Maybe they contributed the fair.
Okay, they contributed because some you see like these markings, in this board you can see this marking, you can see this marking that is looks like scratches. Then we have this marking that we can see 47 here, we can see a 47 number here. So that means maybe different people contributed fair for their transportation, so the marking differentiate whose animal is this to this other animal, whose animal is this, then they share the cost of transportation. This journey you won't do it alone. Shipping an animal from all the way from Tanzania to Kenya, southern part of Tanzania, so and I think from here we will going maybe to see the mode of transportation that we can see them here, so that we can really appreciate. Yes. Yeah, we have some Tanzanian trailers here, so that help in transportation. After here we're going maybe to take an overview of there outside this place, so that we can really appreciate what is going on here.
Exactly.
Yes, we will do that, guys. Yeah, we have to do that, showing the media of transport they used to here, and this market is very big.
This market is very big, but not compared as Oyani Masai.
So Oyani does very well, I think when should we visit the Oyani Masai, because this something about animals.
Maybe I'll
keep
check with
motivated.
One of my friend staying at around Masaini.
Masai region,
Masai region.
So that means when we will be going to when we will go market day. So when we will be going to Masaini, we have to stay there maybe for a week, because I have to walk through the I like those people. I've never met a Masai before, so we have to walk Masai people, so that at least we can see the animal, we see how they are doing marketing, and we learn something from the Masai.
The Masai, I believe the Masai are the best.
Masai are the best.
Are the best
people to live with.
They are very peaceful. As long as you don't interfere with what they are doing, they are very good. And they know how to keep animals. That's why I love them. As an animal lover, you love somebody who knows how to keep animals. You don't just love everything.
Exactly. You don't. Those people have passion about keeping.
They have passion.
They sleep with the animal. They are pastoralists. So they move
Somebody
around their animals.
For 4 months, leaving his family back only to care of
just
animals.
to take care of animals.
Sacrifice. That's a very big sacrifice.
I'll be going to. When you're talking about somebody leaving the homestead, the whole family, so that he can just for 4 months go just grazing the animal, then he'll be back doing what we call being a pastoralist. So just organize the day we will be visiting Masai, and I think that is a good thing. Then maybe we'll be integrating maybe something about even
wildlife culture. You can see the zebras
walking around.
I even had a friend that told me they used to have donkeys, and one of the zebras that was found when it was small, his father rescued it.
Yes.
And the zebra became part of the family. So even if the zebra went grazing with the other donkeys, it could meet with the other zebra, and immediately the other zebra start leaving.
Yes.
It could go back to his home. We will check that. Right?
We will check that
Yeah.
because I want to see donkeys. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I usually see
That boy, they have a donkey.
Yeah, they have a lot of donkeys.
Yeah, so having the donkeys,
Yes.
and the zebra also knows now that it's a donkey. So he just don't do everything like what the zebra do. Yeah. The zebra comes in the morning, graze here, evening, go back to the bush. No, that zebra grazes with the donkey. Immediately the donkey turns this way, it leaves the other zebras.
Yes.
Go its side, its direction, and the zebras goes there.
At the end of the day, the donkey goes inside the home. The zebra goes back to the forest.
And that one zebra that they rescued it goes back with the donkeys.
With the donkey.
Yeah,
So
that
they are
one
now-
zebra goes with the
okay.
donkey.
You know, I was not getting that point. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and-
that means the zebras had now adapted the homestead life, the
Yeah.
domestic animal
Yeah.
thing. Yeah?
They rescued it when it was small from a lion attack. Yeah.
And so that means
The lion had-
Kenya Wildlife has
Yeah.
not come to maybe take that animal from
No,
them because
they are aware of that.
they're aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are not hurting the zebra, so the zebra just stays there.
No,
They live
you know,
in the
you know,
bush.
you know, who human are very cruel, especially here where we
Don't
are.
interfere
Yeah?
with that zebra. As long as that zebra.
Yes.
In fact, even that zebra fetches water. They
Let-
put water and they back. They
No,
leave
now
it and they don't
I was
eat
talking
now.
about that.
That.
Maybe let's say when somebody from KWS,
Yeah.
passed by, then you see a zebra carrying water the way donkeys does.
No,
How will that be?
they are all aware of that zebra stays there because
So it has
He
to,
rescued
because you are feeding it, you have to now give it
they
one.
feed it, they treat it. You know, treating a wildlife animal is very
No,
expensive than treating this domestic animal.
You know, sometimes in our village,
Yeah.
where most of the people who raise these donkeys, when me passing near their homesteads, I feel like crying.
Yeah.
It enters my heart because you hear that these donkeys, they are being tied in place where there is no any grass. I
No
wonder.
grass.
No
You find
grass,
it, every
no water.
bulky goods tied
Every
on their
bulky
back.
goods on their back.
I also
that is a topic
just
for
feel
another
the
day that
same.
we'll be
Yeah.
handling.
I
Yeah?
just feel the same.
That's another topic that I'll be handling because I usually sympathize from my heart with these donkeys because something is not happening good to these donkeys.
I one day traveled to somewhere in Tanzania called Shirati.
Yeah, Shirati, Tanzania.
Yeah.
You know, me, I've never passed border to. I've never lived in Kenya here. Yeah.
So-
I'm a villager. I'm just.
Going to that area,
Yes.
I went to visit my aunt,
Yes.
the sister to my father.
Yes.
So going there, I found a donkey walking from Shirati to Sirari.
Shirati to how many kilometers?
That's around 76 kilometers because if you check it, going
Just
to
walking.
Rombo is easier than coming back. So,
You know,
yeah.
the maximum journey I have ever walked, I've walked around 40 kilometers. 40 kilometers, good kilometers. I've walked that.
Are you trying to become a donkey?
No, I was not trying to become. I remember there was a time, I was chased school fees from school. Yeah,
Gary boys to Isibani is only 22 kilometers.
not 22 kilometers. My brother, when I'm telling you what happened, let me tell you what I went. Yeah, by then my father used to work. So I had to go fast to Kisii. There was no cell phones. Yeah,
To Kisii,
I went fast.
From Migori to Kisii, from Sirari to Kisii is 64 kilometers.
Yes. No, let me just tell you what happened. Yeah. So I started that direction. I went to Kisii first, walking. Yeah, because I used to know where my father used to work in a telecommunication company. Yeah. So I went to get fees from there. So I reached Kisii.
You reach Kisii?
Walking. Yes. No phone, nothing. By then, no phones were there. Yeah? When I reached Kisii, I got my father's name there. So there was a good Samaritan who gave me transport from Kisii to Isibania. By then it was around 60 bob.
60.
And by that time, this vehicle we call the Toyota we call Corolla. Yeah,
Yes, Corolla,
Olwenda. You know the Olwenda one?
Just the touring, total the
Yes,
touring.
yeah, G-touring. So by then, you are being put in the boot. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you have
that's-
60 bob, you are being fixed in the.
Now that's what we
Boot.
call the true men. We are the
Yes,
true men.
we were just put in the boot.
Yeah.
Now you are just being transported like a luggage,
exactly,
back home.
Luggage.
So I had to walk that distance. Somebody, a good Samaritan, offered because he was a friend to my dad. So that
You paid your fare.
yes, I paid a fare. You know, that was something that happened. So that's why I'm telling you, I used to walk. Apart from that, yeah, when we were coming to sell animals in this market, we used to walk. It is now around 9 to 10 kilometers to this place. Yeah, imagine you walking. 11 kilometers. You walking with the animal, you know, there is nothing motivational when you are walking and the animal is walking. We are one-on-one with the animal, walking on the road, yeah. You know, you don't even get exhausted, yeah, because when it turns left, you go push it. You turn left. When it goes this way, when it goes to a shamba of somebody, you have to chase it. Yeah, you go to that shamba. Then you chase that animal for that shamba. Then you proceed to this journey, yeah. It was something inspiration because you have to come on foot, go back. You have money, but remember, you just come here, sell a big animal, then from here you buy another small animal, you go back with it.
Yeah.
When you try adding those 2 kilometers, yeah,
that's 22 kilometers.
22 kilometers.
Walking from Bania to Migori.
Yeah, there is a time we used to go to Migori to sell animals.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, here we have market days is on Sunday and on it is Tuesday or Wednesday.
Here was on Thursday
and Sunday.
Sunday.
Because there sometimes you get maybe you get an emergency. Somebody is sick. You just wake up one morning. You know, Migori we have market day on Saturday and something I think Wednesday. So you get
Migori is on Friday.
On Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
You just get out from Isibania to Migori around 24 kilometers.
Friday, Monday.
You walk with your animal there. You come back on foot again to home. So that means achieving 40 kilometers is just like
You know, I also forgot.
Yes.
You know, in the past my mom used to sell fish.
Yes.
So selling fish, we used to follow to go and bring fish from Mihuru Bay.
Yeah,
We would walk to Mihuru Bay because the economy was very bad.
Tough.
Yeah,
tough economy in Africa.
From my mom's pocket was very short.
Yes.
So we bring fish to Sirari or Isibania and then we go back. Yeah.
Wow.
So we could cover around 36 kilometers.
36 kilometers.
I never even remembered. I thought, you know, that by the time you said that fast, I thought you were a donkey.
No, I was not joking. You know, this is a dream.
Donkey, not joking. I thought you were a donkey. So now I'm remembering that we used to go.
Yes, we used to walk, and you know, around 40 kilometers. It was a one-day journey.
Yeah.
A one-day journey.
That's two. You go and you bring back.
I tell my audience that I'm walking from here to somewhere around 3 kilometers. They get surprised.
3 kilometers.
How is that? Okay, my journey every day I have to walk more than 3 kilometers every day.
Easy job.
You know, we don't have motorization. We are not having maybe I don't have a piki. I don't have a vehicle. So
that's quite easy. Walking 3 kilometers. That's as easy as saying ABC.
It's true.
Yeah, that's very easy. Walking even 7 kilometers is as easy as saying ABC.
Yes.
You know, in this certain place where we come from,
yes,
walking is just a norm. Like I can say, like 90% of the people here who are in this market today have walked for at least 7 kilometers. At least 90%.
You know, like here.
Some people come from Kiancha, they
from
have walked
Migori,
10 kilometers. 10 kilometers.
From here to Kiancha is not 10 kilometers.
We just say at least
an average.
Yeah, an average for everybody.
Yes, for everybody. People have walked.
Because there are more than 500 people here and they have walked for at least 10 kilometers.
While they are walking, they have to make their families. Yeah, you know, when they are coming here to sell these animals,
have to bring something to the table at the end of the day.
Yes, this is what they do. Somebody comes here to sell animals. Even others are just going to get fish from here, so they can go. Maybe they can go. Yeah,
they go pay fees for their kids to stay in school.
It is true. Yeah, it is really true. Yeah. So I think we will be. Let's maybe go see the. Okay, there are some places we won't be taking videos. I think we'll now go see where we have trucks, trucks. Maybe they are there, so that we can really appreciate what is happening here. The transportation media, because for us we came here with a piki. Yeah. Piki. Who anybody who does not know piki are motorbike. One of the transportation media that we use here. An excellent mode of transport. You know me, I don't like piki, but they don't know anything. That's why.
A man should love a piki. Let a woman love a car.
That is the mode of transportation that a lot of people do here. Let me just take an overview of this, what is happening here, so that we end from this session. go show the outlets where we have lots of piki. We can see here something like but this one has been disturbed, guys. There was something like a bull fighting here. I would like somebody yeah, okay, which is very good. The zebu was trying to fight here. Yeah, it was just a challenging fight to know who is stronger than who, which is something motivational. Yeah, so I think I'll just take an overview camera, so I'll just expand the view so that we can just take an overall
there and show them the sheep and the goats.
Yeah, let me show you where we have sheep and the goats so that we can really appreciate what is happening entirely in this field here. Let me show you. Let me just zoom. So these are the animals here. You can see we have lots of animals here. We can see some goat here. Those are goat. We can see some mutumba clothings here. We have mutumba clothing. Mutumba, that's used clothes, used second-hand clothes. Somebody having an umbrella here. Then we can have what is this? Somebody selling phones here. We can see somebody selling phones here. Yeah. This is just an overview. We see now ropes here for tying animals. Once bought, you tie your animal here. Yeah. Yeah. Then we can see other animals. You can see an animal was running here. I think it was mating. But look at those animals. They are in an enclosure, in a paddock. Those animals have been bought so that they are in a paddock. Let me expand the camera further so that we can see those animals. Yeah, we can see animals in a paddock there inside. Yeah, a lot of animals. Then we can proceed. Now this is an overview of what is happening in this marketplace. This is an overview of what is happening in this marketplace. We have lots of people. I'm just trying to do an overall video of this, what is happening to this marketplace. Yeah, you see how people are there in the further region there. We have lots of people there. You can see from that corner. Then we come here. Yeah, we can see here children getting fortune. You sell a cup of busara. Do you know what is busara? A local we call it
porridge, like something.
Yeah, something like a porridge, like. Yeah, that is an overview that I was taking you through. Now, from a distance, now these are all animals and people, yeah. Then let me now show you the trucks that are there outside there waiting, that were used as means of transport. Yeah, all these are trucks. You see these trucks here? These are trucks. You can see big lorries. Yeah, big lorries there outside that they used to ship these animals to here. Those are lorries. Yeah. You know, animals are first confined there in that paddock there. Then they can be, we have something like they pass through here. See here? They pass through there to the lorry. Yeah? They be using where you are seeing somebody passing there. There it is where they climb there, then they enter in the lorry. You can see there are animals that want to get inside. Yeah, they pass via there to the lorry. We have a lot of animals in that confined place. You can get these animals are being taken to Kenya Meat Commission, most of them. Yeah, so they will be climbing there to those lorries, so they are being parked there so that for it to be used as transportation, guys. Yeah. Mabera. This is Mabera Market, guys, and I really appreciate visiting this market. So I'll just go in a closer view about these vehicles, so that we can really appreciate what is happening here, transportation and the entire thing, guys. Yeah? So I really appreciate for your time. So I'm heading there, then I'll be winding my video from that place so that we can really appreciate what is happening. Remember, this is inside the Mabera Market. Guys, let us go to that place so that we can see what is happening there. A beautiful place to be, a transformative place where my life began when I was school. All these are piki. You can see these are mode of transportation here in a village. We have lots of lorries. Those are lorries that are being used for transportation of these animals. But I promise to show you an overview of the transportation media. Then let me zoom. Yeah, the animals are being loaded from that area there to inside the lorries. They get, at least we have a steep point there. You can see like now. the behind of the lorry has been opened, so the animal will be getting inside through that route to the lorry, then shipped to that destination. Yeah, that's just an overview. So guys, I have to appreciate, back on the camera you can see we have a temporary hotels there where people can get something to bite. For us, we are now going back hungry because we had to do a video here. At least we don't have that money to feed here, so we'll be going back, and we really appreciate for your time, because at least there is an educative video of what is happening here in the marketplace, and I really appreciate because you people have watched this video till the end. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch, turn the notification so that you can be updated with what I post. Thank you for now. God bless you. Goodbye. Till we meet again. Goodbye. Now we are going back. Going back. Attend.
Like this one over here.